Today we do have a special lady in the house, and she is going to be talking to us about baking yumminess. I am a little bit disappointed, though, I must say. There's no cake in front of me. There's no cookies in front of me. So I'm going to imagine. I have a production theatre in my head, so I'm going to imagine it. So next time you come, you know you're going to bring some cupcakes, right?
Most definitely, most definitely.
We are joined in the studio by Loice Gakaka. She is going to talk to us about everything baking. Now, Loice, I've known you for a long time. We went to school together, actually, guys. So she was my senior in school, so I do know you very well. And I know that this was not your line of work for many years. And now you've just suddenly jumped into this baker's studio. When I think about studio, I'm thinking music. I'm thinking theatrics. I'm thinking everything. But this is talking about baking. Tell us about your journey transitioning into your newfound love.
All right. No, thanks, Marisa, and thank you for having me. I think it's a very short story. I followed my passion.
Wow.
And so far, so good. I'm happy in the place that I am in right now. And yes, rightfully so. When you think studio, you think creativity, you think fun, you think all these fireworks. And that's exactly what we do at Baker Studio. It's a business that was basically opened up so that people can come in, detox, de-stress, have fun whilst baking. I know there are a lot of things that are happening within, the world today, where you've got people engaging in a lot of activities that are not really palatable. So coming to Baker Studio will help you have that mental balance that you possibly are supposed to be having in this day and age. So it allows you to be very creative. When you come through, we give you free reign to do whatever you want. Obviously, we teach you the basics, but when it comes to being creative, you just go wild. You go wild and you discover yourself. It's sort of the Montessori of baking. That's what we like to call it.
One of the channels that I love watching is Food Channel. I love to be creative with my foods and everything. And baking is obviously, when you have to make a SpongeBob cake.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Are those the kind of things that we are looking at? SpongeBob cakes, or it's just the normal standard round cakes or square cakes? Okay. What do you teach us if I'm coming to your studio? What am I learning?
All right. So first of all, we teach you the basics of baking, what to do, what not to do, how to have a beautiful, fluffy, moist cake. We teach you all that. Then when it comes to the cartoon characters that you're referring to, we obviously teach you how to do that as well. We teach you how to be creative. The Gucci bags you've seen, the shoes, the sneakers, we go all out. So it's just generally about what you like, what you are passionate about. You then turn that into cake.
That's brilliant. I love the word passion, because just looking at some of these visuals, I can see that your studio has got a high standard of excellence. So well done to that. Cleanliness is always just the best place to be.
It has to be clean. It has to be clean.
Now, when we talk about baking, we talk about ingredients, milk, and all of that. So for me, I'm a flexitarian. I do not take any dairy products. How are you catering for us who cannot eat any product with milk in it?
Okay, so with any baking recipe, there are variations that you can do for whatever recipe it is. So those who are lactose intolerant, we do have options for you. Those who have allergies to nuts, we do have options, allergies to eggs and so on. There are variations that we can do. So when you do come in to Baker Studio, we obviously make you fill in an indemnity form. And there you will then explain what allergies you have. So depending on what you would have put down, we then know that we're not supposed to give you anything with milk, no dairy products, no nuts, no this and that. And we then adjust our recipes to make sure that we're not going to have any emergencies in the studio.
That's good. So is this like an individual thing? When I come in, am I coming in for 3 weeks, or am I coming in just for a day? What is your structure for the people who are coming to actually want to learn how to bake?
All right, so we've got two structures that we have. There's one which is a week structure, which is Monday to Friday. This is mainly for people who are either not formally employed or formally employed and you're on leave, or someone who's just got a lot of time that they can juggle. Then we've also got weekend classes where you come in every Saturday for 4 weeks. And that caters for the adult lesson. We also do kids classes. Kids classes are 4 days. And for me, I think those are the most interesting, and that's one of the main reasons why I actually got into this, because I wanted to teach kids. I wanted them to grow their skill set of baking at a very tender age. So yeah, I'm trying to catch them young.
That is very good. It's a great vision, of course, because the kids are the next generation. We really should bring the gifts out more. So at the end of the courses, do I get a certificate?
Definitely, you do. You get a certificate. So I think what we do is we give you a full package.
Okay.
So all we want is for you to just show the interest that you would love to come, register with us, make the payment, and once you have done that, you just come and you leave with a whole lot.
So we do leave with our goodies.
Of course you leave with your goodies. What we also do on top of that is we give you the apron that you get to take away. We give you the certificate. We give you all your goodies, all of them. Oh my goodness. Well, look, some actually eat them before they leave. So yeah. And we give you a recipe manual so that you can continue to do the baking when you're at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you spoke about price cost. How much is it for each lesson? Because I do know that you did talk about a week, a Saturday, a month. How much is it?
All right. So for adults, we charge $250. I know a lot of people may say, "Ooh, that's a lot," but in that $250, we give you all that I have explained before. Yeah. You also get to learn 8 recipes. These are 8 recipes of cakes that you can replicate at home and also make adjustments to come up with a whole lot of other flavors in the base cakes that we have. Then for the kids, it's $210 for the 4 days. And this kids session has recipes that are really fun, something they can pop into their lunch tin. So they concentrate more on the very easy to do, the scones, the muffins, the cupcakes, lamingtons, crunchies, and so on. They also learn how to do big cakes. Right. This is obviously to gear them into one day being a business owner.
Yeah, which is what we want to drive them to.
Yeah.
And, speaking of the kids, what is a good age for them to start?
Right. So at Baker Studio, we take kids from 9 years old. Okay. But my youngest kid that I've had, a student, was 7. Oh, wow. She was a delight. And she knew everything. And you see, what we picked from her is that the kids are learning from the internet. Okay. So she was basically telling us, oh, this is what you do. This is what you do next. So parents, please do, keep very attentive to what your kids are watching. Yeah. If you see them on the baking channels, you know where you're supposed to send them. Baker Studio.
Baker Studio, that is absolutely correct. Yeah. So in a few days, we are just entering into the red zone. You know what day it is. I know. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and I do understand you have something for Valentine's?
Yes, we do have something very interesting. First, I'd like to say first in Zimbabwe, actually. Wow. Yeah, where we have what we call a bake and bond, where we're inviting couples to come through. You come with your significant other, and you both bake together. Whatever you bake, you take away. So it's a combination of trying to build memories, trying to, try and see where your patience levels can be stretched. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to have lots of fun. Yeah, and just create memories on this special day.
I love that creating special memories isn't just bonding. It really is what is important. And sometimes you think, the lady's the one who's always going to be baking. So my significant other will be baking.
Oh yes, he will be baking.
So that's a good idea, guys. It's Valentine's Day, and make sure that your paths are leading to Baker Studio. Where is your studio? Where do we find you?
All right, so our studio is based in Westgate. Okay. This is for this phase, but obviously we do have a Q1, Q2 program where we will be breaking out into the other regions that we have within the country, because we not only want to empower people within Harare, we want to try and go national. Right. So we will be moving into Bulawayo and also Mutare within the next 6 months.
Excellent. Excellent. And on social media, where do we find you? What's your social media handle?
Right. On social media, you can get us on Instagram, bakers_studio_ZW. Okay. Then we're also very active on our WhatsApp line, which is 0888 000008. I'll repeat that one again.
That's an easy number, that.
I know. It's 0888 000008.
Brilliant. Loice, do you come to houses? If I'm not coming to your studio, can you come and teach me in my house?
Yes, definitely we can come and teach you at your house.
Okay.
And those are what we call one-on-ones or private lessons. We can do that for you.
Brilliant. So you're like an all services catered.
We're all services, very flexible, because the whole idea is to make sure that people people can explore their passions.
Right.
At the end of the day, we want Zimbabwe to be one of the powerhouses when it comes to baking. Currently, we're sitting at number 2 after Nigeria when it comes to baking.
Okay.
So I believe within a very short space of time, we should be able to be right up there with Nigeria.
I do believe it. I do believe it, and I do see it. And I congratulate you. Well done.
Thank you
for this endeavor, and thank you for following your passion that is teaching us to do a lot of stuff. We have run out of time today, Loice.
Okay.
But thank you so much for giving us more information about Baker Studio.
Konapo, ipapo, ipapo.